I got something that might interest ya, stranger.
Alright everybody, got a match versus the one, the only BlameTruth. So I've got a lead off Metagross, and I figure, Meteor Mash is going to be really obvious, perhaps even a taunt or a stealth rock of my own, and I was hoping I could completely fake him out with my ever so rare special based Metagross. And Grassnata fortunately did not do nearly as much as I thought it would. I did happen to switch him from Life Orb to Lefties for this match, but no big. So originally he got a crit on that Earthquake and the match disconnected later, so we replayed it and there's no crit right now, which will come into play later. I'll explain that as we get there. So why would you bring in a mirror match, Metagross to a Metagross, unless you knew you were faster? So I'm expecting he's Choice Scarfed and going for Earthquake. I'm going to go to a Levitate guy to avoid the Earthquake, and no harm, no foul. So he is a Sandstorm team, so Stealth Rock of my own probably isn't going to be nearly as effective as it would be elsewhere. So I'm going to go with Rapid Spin first. No big deal. In comes a Shuckle, and that's actually kind of a big deal. The thing's got defenses of a monster truck, so I am going to want to get some Stealth Rock up of my own, even though Toxic was obvious. I thought about going to Breloom to evade it. I just didn't want him to use Knockoff or Gastro Acid first. So I go back to Metagross to take either one of the two that he wanted to use, because originally at that point he was fodder. And he decides to go to a Fortress of his own, which, I'm so happy for that. So he obviously wanted to stealth or Rapid Spin away my own Stealth Rock, but sorry, broski, you're not going to get that chance. FML on the Fortress for the win. And Hidden Power Fire is going to take him down, and I'm just going to keep this train right on a rolling. So, which is awesome. I go in for fodder, I end up scoring an awesome kill. But in comes this own Metagross again. And originally, because of the crit, I was sitting at around 40 hit points. I stayed in to see what he wanted to do, and Fire Punch killed me. So we agreed that on the rematch, I would use the least damaging move I had against him, Psychic, and that way it would make as minor of a difference as possible. Which is too bad, because if not for that crit, HP Fire on his own gross, that would have been awesome. And then I go to like Gira or something to take, his Fire Punch if he doesn't die. So that would have been so much better. But a freaking crit, stupid crit. Anyway, I missed a bunch of stuff. So he leaves on the expected ground move and dodges it quite nicely. I should have exploded. I didn't explode. That was retarded of me. And I ended up deciding instead just to Rapid Spin in case he wanted to Stealth Rock. Or, really just waste a turn to see what he wants to do. I figured I could survive, and I don't. So, or at least not for a 2-hit KO. So unfortunately, it's not going to work out. I'm mortally afraid of him Calm Minding still at this point. So I'm going to attempt to explode, but I don't very much have high hopes for it. I'm expecting just to bite the dust right about here, which unfortunately is exactly what's going to happen to me. So now there is a little bit of a worry. I don't want to bring Gira in because I don't think I can finish it off in one shot. Dusknoir could do a little bit of damage, but I know I'm probably going to need him to finish off that Metagross. However, I've got Shedinja. Take that, Smogan. Stealth Rock? Pff, big deal. Sandstorm? Pff, big deal. He's probably expecting I'm just going to bite the dust in a turn, so I'm hoping he does want to stay in and do something like Thunder Wave or Calm Mind or something. But I've got a Sunny Day prepared up for his grill, and that's going to remove the sand and, just kind of burn a turn and see what's going on. He brings in Shuckle so he can knock off, and there goes Sand. So now Shedinja is looking something vicious, and I'm probably going to need to get a burn on this guy, it was tough. I was like, do I want to get a burn? Do I want to bring in Breloom later to put him to sleep? I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, but I decided to stay in because I know I can live a knockoff. The sash gets used before it gets knocked off. I was afraid he would Toxic, though. But I didn't want to go to Breloom immediately right there, not wanting to get knocked off yet, because I don't have poison on him yet, I don't think. So, unfortunately, all that good planning and all that awesome Shedinja surviving is wasted because of a Will-O-Wisp miss. He did everything right, he deserved better, and he didn't get it. So that sucks. But, kind of like my recent MTGM11 tournament. Anyway, in comes in Breloom now, and I can't put him to sleep at this point, but I know I can survive anything he wants to do, so I'm just going to put up a sub and see what he is wanting to do. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and I completely didn't even think about Encore, which was an awesome move on his part. I guess from his perspective it was obvious, but from my perspective, I was like, oh my god, why are you good? You shouldn't be. And so now I'm stuck. Fortunately, he's stuck too. He can't stay in because of burn, so he's got to switch. I'm just going to waste the turn, gain a little bit of hit points back, and I've still got the sub. So I don't want him, or he's probably going to set up Stealth Rock here. That's what I'm hoping. And I resist everything he's got, really. So I figure Gyarados is going to be a good switch. Hoping Stone Edge will miss. He ends up not even wanting to go for it because because he doesn't want to have a chance of missing. So he goes with Earthquake, which is just fine if you want to use Earthquake or Stealth Rock. I don't care. And Dragon Dance here is real tempting. I'm jolly. I can probably outspeed his Metagross, even though it's Scarfed. He does have Intimidate on him. Man, it was real tempting. And it's in the middle of the match, so I didn't think he would switch. So I figured I've got to stay in and go for the kill. I don't want Stone Edge hitting me with Life Orb and Sand going on. So in comes my Spirit. I don't think I can kill it in one shot. So I'm going to switch out to Dusknoir, take the hit. Hopefully not too bad, because I think I might still need him to beat up Metagross a little bit. And hopefully not take too much damage while threatening back. Excuse me, I'm coughing a little bit. So sorry about that. Shadow Sneak is powerful, Dusknoir is powerful, but it's not really too powerful, even though it is going to be super effective, so I don't know how much he fears it. I absolutely have to go for it regardless, but I don't know how much he fears it. Thankfully he switches, which is huge. Shuckle's going to take some more Stealth Rock, some more Burn, some more Shadow Sneak, all that good stuff. And now is a great time to go back to Breloom, because I'm not afraid of Toxic, and I'm not afraid of Knockoff anymore, because he's already poisoned. So, sure, I can't put him to sleep, but it's going to be yet another turn of Burn. And going right for Seed Bomb, I should be able to finish it off. So, let's hope. Knockoff does 1 point of damage. Like, really? That would have barely killed Shedinja, dude. Anyway, so here I go for Seed Bomb. I should be in the clear. And, unfortunately, I'm not. Damage variation leaves him with less hit points than Shedinja would have. I swear to God, pisses me off. And he encores me yet again, which really sucks. At least Burn kills him, yes, but now I am locked into Seed Bomb. So, initiative is on his side, and things are not looking up. They're not looking terrible, but they're definitely not looking up. I don't even know what his 6th guy is yet. So, I know I can live one hit, but I can't put it to sleep because of Encore, because of the minimum damage I just did. So, if he wants to use Fire Punch or predict a switch and go with Meteor Mash, Gyarados will be okay on the switch in, and I know I'm going to live one hit. So I'm going to stay in and go with Seed Bomb to see what he wants to do, which ends up being amazing. If he wanted to predict a Gira and use Thunder Punch, Breloom would still be okay. So I thought it was win-win-win no matter what I did, and it ends up being epic win-win-win, because in comes that thing which I was afraid I wouldn't be able to kill, and there it goes down for free. So that was really great. Here I am again. I know I can still live a hit, but unfortunately he's got Ice Punch, which will be neutral against Gyarados, which is too bad, because I thought I had that like really nicely set up for me. So Encore was still on, so I couldn't put him to sleep yet, which is a bummer. And I don't know what his 6th guy is, but unless it's slower than Breloom, Breloom's not going to be effective. So I let Breloom die. No big deal. At least I hope it's not going to be a big deal. And in comes Dusknoir to threaten with Earthquake. Or Will-O-Wisp. I go with Earthquake, of course, which ends up being good because Burn would not do a thing to that, which definitely explains why he really wanted Breloom gone. So, however, this ends up just being a gigantic stall war. I was praying to God he wouldn't have Toxic. He ends up having S-Toss and Heal Bell, neither of which is effective against Dusknoir. So it was just a big match of he needs to get a Wish to Metagross, which is predictable, and I can just pull an Earthquake on that turn. So it's just stalling me out of Earthquakes while I try and predict his wishes and protects. Maybe go to Gyarados in the middle, get a Dragon Dance up, get something. You know, it's just a big mess of that. And in the end, I'm going to prevail. He's going to run away, unable to get anything going for himself. And that's going to be the match. So I want to thank all you BlameTruth fans for showing up. Obviously, this is definitely not something in your ballpark, so I'm glad you opened your exposure a little bit. BlameTruth, I had a hell of a lot of fun for your first match. You were damn good, so keep it up, bro. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all later. Peace.